Please give a warm welcome to Khemari Cook.
Up and to the right. We often measure success on how quickly we can move from point A to point B. And in some obscure science class, we were taught that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. From childhood, we're conditioned to believe that life follows a linear path. Go to school, get a job, get a promotion, the next promotion, and the next promotion, climb the corporate ladder. The only acceptable mobility is upward, and anything else is a failure. But what if I told you there is no ladder? And in reality, career growth and the pursuit of purpose is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Progress is forward, backward, upward, down, and sideways. So let me introduce you to this wide-eyed college graduate who up until that point followed the linear path, and on this day, I believed I was going to be a print journalist. Yes, print, maybe at a paper-based search company, I don't know. But I thought I'd be running through the streets of New York in Manolos to make it back to my brownstone to finish my next story before my next byline, full-on Carrie Bradshaw. But fast forward through a recession, 3 jobs at the mall, 2 graduate degrees, and a very awkward stint as a graphic designer. I'm no Carrie Bradshaw, but by holding 4 things constant: a commitment to learning out loud, a willingness to try, exploring to find purpose, and pursuing work aligned with my values, I stand here today doing the most fulfilling role of my career. So follow me on my RV journey. I started here nearly 6 years ago on Bankrate doing social. They were not giving out money jackets on deposits at that time. And I was executing an organic and paid strategy. And let's just say it was a rocky start. Audience growth and engagement was slow at best. And my paid strategies wouldn't scale. And in optimizing a campaign over the weekend, I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be volume, conversions, turn it up. Ben, Rick, close your ears. I logged in the next day and $20,000 was gone, absolutely missing. And as I typed that report, I thought this was it. Let me find my box, although it's still better than Wells Fargo, so maybe it was a win in the end. And as I typed that report, I thought to myself, I am no good at this. I shouldn't be doing this. This is not going to grow my career, but I hit send. My manager at the time responded immediately, so I was like, yep, that's it. Get your badge. Meet Melinda at the front. But what he said to me was, it's okay to fail. Do it fast, and learn from it. Often we think about learning as a singular experience or experience. Sometimes we reflect in a bubble, but it can be collective. And so by learning out loud, naming my mistake, I was able to learn with and through others. Others who don't know they're in my slides, but hello. Others like Rachel Malone Olson, who was a valuable thought partner in shaping social strategy, and today I can ask her any question at all, especially about how to manage 3-nagers. Tyler saw me doing really inefficient things in Excel, and by asking me what I was doing, he taught me all of my advanced Excel skills that I know today. And Haley Peak sat with me in the plaza for multiple hours to talk to me about campaign setup and to turn on automation to make managing the campaign more easier. And so by naming my mistakes, I was able to learn through and with others. And so I was killing it. I'm like, okay, great, I'm doing this. I figured out social, I'm gonna do display, I'm gonna do email. And so I moved into another role on health, completely different thing. There was no promotion that moved me into this role. This didn't feel like an upward move, but it was an opportunity to do more, to learn more. My ability to learn, communicate strategy, and build a network were really important skills needed for that health partner relationship. I knew nothing about healthcare industry or pharma at that time, but I had a willingness to try. And Stephen, who led the relationship at this time, said to me, lean into your strengths. You'll figure out the rest. And so with the commitment to learning and a willingness to try, I jumped into healthcare. And it was in this role I had my first partner call. And it was a tough one. A technical error was impacting a landing page, and we needed to take it down to fix it. And I had the pleasure of informing our partner that we needed time to do this. But I wasn't alone. Chris James joined me on that call, and he spoke to all the technical stuff I didn't understand and still to this day do not understand. And after that call, he was available for anything I needed to talk through. A tech capability, an idea, or just a wave in solidarity as we survived the call. He taught me urgency and acceptance. Taylor Canada, which you heard from earlier, would be my partner in crime on many calls going forward, a brilliant PR mind who could handle any crisis that came our way. She taught me that there's always a solution. And Brittany Dunlap, who came early and stayed late to get me up to speed on all things health, not because she had to, but because she wanted to. And she taught me how to pour into others when no one is looking. And once again, everything felt right. I figured out what I was doing. I tried another new thing in an industry I never considered. And I'm sure you're sensing a theme here, so on to the next role. The difference is I was raising my hand to try something new. I was starting to understand that there is little growth in comfort. If I wanted to continue to learn, I had to seek out opportunities. And so I joined the Ignite team, an incubator to explore new ideas and strategies for our platform. People on this team weren't afraid to fail fast, and people knew their strengths. Well, I learned failing fast on Bankrate, and I learned my strengths and problem solving on health. But I didn't know much about video. The beauty of Red Ventures is that our culture is to lift as you climb, to operate without ego, to lean in and help solve a problem for the sake of doing great work. Whenever I took the time to ask a question, someone was ready and willing to answer it. People like TPG's very own Nikki Kelvin, who helped me understand the art of visual storytelling for social. Bankrate's Greg McBride, who gave me insight into cultivating an audience and following that transcends the platform. But what I learned most in this role is that people appreciate humanity reflected back at them. Stories that resonate are stories that center the human experience, authenticity. And in that, I needed to reflect how I was channeling my own authenticity in my work. I realized that what I wanted most in my career is to solve complex problems with people for the sake of doing good. And so in 2020, there was no shortage of complex problems to solve, but as we started to examine our commitment to DE&I, Shannon McFadden reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in some DEI ideas. Nothing formal, a quick chat. And leaning into exploration, I took her small, informal ask and built out several DEI strategies and ideas we could try. If nothing else, to support her in ways that people have supported me in my career in any time that I've asked for a quick chat. That quick chat turned into, do you want to try this with me, to leading DEI across the company. This role was a complete departure from marketing and media. I didn't know where it would go, but it was aligned to the 4 things that I needed to be true. So I dove in head first, and suddenly my impact went from my team to company-wide. It felt like in that moment, all my steps were ordered to align to that spot. My work was new. We were building the plane as we were flying it, but working with teammates like Sam to build L&D curriculum focused on DEI, or Kaylin and Ruth to rethink mentorship and community, or Carlo, who actually sat with me in late hours to work on the first ERG strategy. I've never been more fulfilled. And in this role, I learned to seize the opportunity and take advantage of those quick chats and throw notions out of what the next thing could be. Which brings me to today. Everything I learned, the humility in failure, the ability to accept change, how to have difficult conversation, recognizing the experience and life experiences of others, and understanding systems of inequity were all needed for me to arrive at this exact moment. To take on an opportunity to lead a team of 60 amazing, smart people who are all committed to solving complex problems with great people for the good of all. People like Caitlin Crespi, a driver of operational excellence and our resident problem solver. Nikki Keith, who ensures that we have the resources and commitment to give our students access to a life-changing opportunity. Sam Clowney, who leads the team in providing a world-class learning experience. And Angel, who synthesizes all of this complex work into salient stories. The road to higher team impact goes beyond these walls and deep into the community, changing the trajectory of lives in meaningful ways. This year, Road to Hire and GDS will serve nearly 2,300 students and apprentices. At this exact moment that we're sitting in this room, 777 students are in college receiving a debt-free education. And to date, we've placed 400 tech apprentices in high-earning careers. 6 years ago, I would have never imagined failing at social would bring me to this moment, serving pumpkin spice realness with the Beyonce cannons in a room with all of you. And if we zoom out, what I want you to understand is that the path isn't linear, and the journey we take isn't alone. And if we think about our paths in a linear way, we rob ourselves of growing or learning. We avoid risk or exposure, detours. Remember, there's little growth in comfort, and it's time to tackle new challenges. And so I leave you with this. Try the thing, break the thing, fix the thing, and break it again. The growth is in the journey. Thank you.